come the big rig kids, y'all. Are you ready? Let's go. Here come the big rig kids. Roll with the big rig kids. Let's have fire the truck, take you to such amazing places with the big rig kids. Those helpful big rig kids. See how they give and grow and get to know amazing things. Learn with the big rig kids, and you'll see how it is to have adventure days and hang and play with all your friends. Because the big rig kids know what it is to live a most exciting and inviting life is positive.
To another episode of Conversations with Grandma Polly. This week here, she decided to do something a little different. As I am her producer of the show behind the scenes, she's gonna be interviewing me, guys. Okay, so that's your special guest. I hope you like it. But before we get into all of that, let's give it up for the grandma whose cookies, lemonade, whose everything that she touches is delicious. Okay, let's give it up for her one time, Grandma Polly. Y'all give it up to her. Are you there?
I hope your week was as great as mine. I had an awesome week. This show is the second to the last show for this season, so I decided who else better to interview than my brother Kenny. Kenny is just so modest and, I don't know, I'm the talk of the family. Put it like that.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about his book tonight, Heartprints, the book of spiritual beginnings, human experience. And come on, Kenny, jump in here. We want to welcome you because I know I have some questions that I want to know, and I know people out there want to know some questions about you.
Okay.
Y'all, let's give Kenny some hearts. Let's welcome him.
All right.
Bring him up. I think on his show.
Oh boy.
Hey, Kenny. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
You know, you wrote this book back in what? 2008?
Five, actually. I just didn't publish it until later. Much like I'm doing the
Okay.
second one. Yeah.
Okay, you wrote it. We know that you are an author and you're going to give us a spill from this in a little while. But not only are you an author, you are a producer, you're a videographer, you're a photographer, you're a real estate agent. You're just a man of many talents. But we're going to go back to where all of this stuff first started.
Okay. Where it first
Because,
started.
yeah, correct me if I'm wrong.
You know what? Well,
The first thing I remember was your music.
yeah. My music is still number one. All this film and videography stuff, it bit me. I got bit by that bug as well. So I think anything that allows me to be creative is that is what I guess I'm drawn to in the creativity process of it all, and seeing what you can create, because everything that we see was created by someone. you know, all the tangible things that we see and all the earthly things as well by a superior being as well. So the creator, that's what we're here to create. And some of us create situations that are not, all of us have done it, are not the best situation for us, that didn't serve us. But when you know that you have the power to create, you can change anything. So and you can recreate and bring something even more beautiful about. But being from the generation that
Tell me about that.
yeah, this our generation, we weren't allowed to speak our mind. You know what I mean? It was like yes says our mouth, but no says our heart. And we just said nothing to get along and keep the peace for the most part about everything. As much as you wanted to express yourself, it wasn't really an outlet for that. So I've been writing poetry all my life, just writing down what I felt a lot and just getting the emotions out. And then Smokey Robinson is the way he as a songwriter to me and as a singer, he's awesome. But his songwriting is just this the way he uses similes and metaphors. I was attracted to that at a young age because our mom, she was a big Motown head and and the oldies. A lot of the old, I love the oldies. I love that era of music, the 50s and 60s. People were just they were real, they were authentic, and it was just real music. It was what they felt, and it's not like this mumble drama, stuff that we got on the radio today. Like what?
I'm gonna stop you right there for a
Okay.
second because you talk about the music, you talk about Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
I got to include a little bit of this family in the village thing in here. And when we were growing up, though, you talk about the musics from the 50s and the 60s and all of that stuff. This is what we were exposed to. And this is where families came together. I could remember growing up. We didn't hang out at friends' house much because we were always surrounded around the village. The families were so big that we didn't necessarily need friends on the outside.
Mm.
Our families knew who we were hanging with. They knew who we were around. And for some reason, there was always a party or a big meal going on. So the music that they were listening to, we were listening to it too. But if we agree, music back then had meaning. It had understanding. It had something going on behind it.
Yep.
The girls look at me and they laugh sometimes now. Especially my baby girl. It's so funny. She'll call me up on this. What? That's what y'all listening to? Clarence Carter,
I'll be
Millie
stroking.
Jackson, Millie Jackson.
Oh boy.
And sometimes now she'll call from work and be like, "Did Millie Jackson just say that? Or did
Yes, she
Clarence
did.
Carter this what y'all had us listening to?" It was the same way for us. We heard the music, but we really didn't know the
The
meaning
words, yeah.
behind the songs until we got grown. But it was that village there. When you brought up the
Always.
music, I just had to put that out. I remember Daddy having the
Big
barbecue in
joint.
the pig and everybody having, covered dish and stuff like that, and us stealing this liquor at 15.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, I know. Like, well, Mama, she always had music playing every Saturday morning through the day, and just you didn't even know you was taking it all in, but as a child, you were taking it all in, all that music, and when you had an outlet, you got older, and you could voice your own opinion the way you wanted to. I mean, a lot of it was the music for me that spoke for me. It really did.
mm-hmm.
Mhm. So music
And
and
that's how
poetry,
you.
they kind of go together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. When I look at the arts, you can talk about music, you could talk about writing, you could talk about drawings, painting, all of those things
Go together.
create an emotion.
Yep. That's the key word.
It just
Emote.
depends on the eye of the viewer, huh?
That's the key word for tonight. Emote. Every time we say emote, Renee, you gotta take a drink. Ding 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 ding.
Oh, yeah, Billy in the house. You talking about
Oh boy.
But yeah, these emotional things, and just it's through the eyes of who's looking at it.
Yep.
And you have written some beautiful song pieces,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
but you never pushed it any farther. It seems like you went more in the direction of writing.
Yeah. Well, when I was what? Well, we thought we were New Edition back in the day anyway. So
Yeah.
we thought we were New Edition. And I thought I was Michael Jackson because I had
Oh
my
yeah.
steps down packed. Still got a little something, something. I'm just maybe a half a step slower, but I got there. But Michael Jackson and New Edition and in my era, that was for me, those were the things that really inspired me, and the old music, old school music. I love that. Jackie Wilson actually is my favorite singer of all time. That
That was
dude,
my next question.
yeah. His vocal agility, man. Oh my God. I mean, you talk about hair standing up on your neck. Listen to some of the notes that dude hits, man. It's just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
See, Jackie was yours and Otis was mine. Otis
Otis,
Redding,
try
Otis,
a little
Otis
tenderness.
was just all of that. And don't let us fool y'all guys. We came from a family of dancers.
Music,
We have
yeah.
rhythm.
Oh yeah,
We really do have rhythm.
definitely.
And that's how we grew up. And I think that has set the stance for us to go into the creativity parts of it. Dad used to
Hmm.
play the guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
Other family members used to play the guitar. So,
I play the
these were
guitar.
just talents that, yeah, and I'm
Guitar and
going there.
keyboards. Yep.
These are just talents that we were naturally born with, I would say, because you play the keyboard, but you don't use music sheets. You play by
By
ear.
ear. Yeah. Yep. I'm telling people, see, we've been taught to unlearn so many things. Even like the when you think about the scale, do re mi fa sol la ti do, the scale that you want to go with, I'm telling y'all, this is the secret to healthy singing and everything. Is the pentatonic scale. Is do re mi so la. It's just five notes. Do re mi so, you know what I mean? And it's all those the blues riffs, all that stuff you hear is from the pentatonic scale. I'm telling you. So they added these two more notes, and it kind of do a deer, a female, instead of the where you feel it down in your gut. You know what I'm saying?
I know when I feel it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't sing.
It's like do.
I can dance, but I can't sing.
Oh my goodness. Oh, just do the do re mi. Like the pentatonic scale. I'm telling you, if you learn that, you're gonna your music will just bloom through you all the time, because it touches that spot where a lot of when you listen to the notes and the scales in that, it really is soulful. It's all that stuff you hear in the blues. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, learn that scale. It was called the solfeggio scale back in China, just those five notes. But check that out, just those five notes: do, re, mi, not even no fa. We're gonna do the so, and we're gonna do the la, and we're gonna leave the ti alone. Leave that fa and ti alone.
I don't know. All I know is when I feel it, I just know to pick up the beat and move with it. Okay, all that other stuff I'm gonna leave to you.
But
We
I'm
don't need
telling
that
you.
music part to you. Now,
I'm just saying. Go ahead, Renee. It's on you,
now,
girl.
not only though, but beyond the music, you're a photographer and a videographer.
Yes.
How did you get into that? What brought that on?
Uh, well, I worked at General Motors. I relocated to Atlanta in 2000 with General Motors, and they closed the plant. So I was doing real estate at the time as well. So I mean, I always kept multiple streams of income coming in. So I decided, so what do you want to do, Kenny? I got lax with that job. I really did. I got comfortable and just, I wasn't, I was doing stuff, but not like pursuing it. I was treating it as a hobby. And then I came upon this school, Full Sail University, and I was pleasantly surprised at all the things that they had to offer. And more so than the classes and stuff, it was just the network of people that you would be around. Um, People I went to school with are now today's hit makers and filmmakers and things like that that I'm still in touch with, And if you go to college, I'm not saying you don't have to. I'm not saying, I'm not advocating for it or against it, but do like my sister Renee, network. She is a networking queen, and me just watching her and being a part of her process and just watching her, her gift for that is just something remarkable to me. It's just awesome to watch her create in that fashion of bringing people together to create this vision that she had, and I love that. I respect that and admire that about you, sis. I really do. Give you some love.
It's
But
funny you said that, but I'm listening to you when you spoke about, General Motors closing their door.
mhm,
Let's stick right there for a second
okay,
because our stories are so similar. You one of these people who could go to school and do what you're supposed to do. I hated high school, okay? So for me, I was never that disciplined. When I was working for Continental Tires,
boom,
when they closed their doors, they offered us the opportunity to go to school for up to 2 years. And they would cover it because we were under what they call that trade act agreement.
gotcha.
Well, like you, I had become comfortable in my job thinking, oh yeah, they're paying great money. And when they closed their doors, I went into a depression. I sat home. I drew unemployment for 2 years.
Wow,
I did. I sat there and I took advantage of the system. But that last 6 weeks before my unemployment ran out, I contacted my consulate job service and it dawned on me, do you guys pay for truck driving school? I was saying when my kids got grown, got out of school, I'm gonna jump in this big truck and travel the country. Not knowing that God was preparing me for the things that I do now.
oh
And I
boy,
said all
yeah.
that because sometimes people are afraid to pivot
Hmm.
and they're afraid to adjust. But God has given us all talents. And sometimes when we get so stubborn and don't want to move, He'll close the door and
And
force
make you
us
move
out of it.
because you came from more greatness than that.
Yeah,
You came from
He'll
greatness.
close the door and force you in the direction that He wants you to go. And many of you guys have heard the story. I got into this book writing thing not intentionally. He was just using me as a vessel because if someone told me I'd be doing this today, I'd be like, nah, y'all crazy. Nah. I've always written little things for myself, but not for such broad audience. And those, when you brought up General Motors, both of us lost our jobs.
Yeah,
And we ended up pivoting to where we are now.
shifting. Yeah, yeah. You got to make moves, and I think entrepreneurship. I've always believed in it, and that's why I did real estate on the side when I was at General Motors. But it's like entrepreneurship that really is the heart of America. How America really got its start, and we got kind of lulled in sleep. But when you look at all the in the early 1900s, just for example, with General Motors, how they treated workers, they were working 16, 20 hours a day, with no unions and all of this stuff, doing stuff. And by the time we got up, it was in a place where they got a lot of stuff for the workers, and which was good. But for to have it taken away for you and stuff like that. And I always knew that I wasn't cut out just to work for somebody, but it was what I was around all the time. It was about getting a job and taking care of yourself. So, but I knew one day I was going to be doing other things. And then when I went to Full Sail, it was about it was actually a buddy of mine now to this day, Charles Hero. He's doing some amazing things in film. He's little Kenny's age, so I was in
Mm-hmm.
college with people my son's age, but
Mm-hmm.
he really the stuff I saw him doing with video, I was like, whoa, dude, that's cool. And then he and I would partner, and for one of my projects, he filmed me, and we had to discuss. I chose to discuss the movie The Expendables and the violence. I did like a thesis, not a thesis, but just a little report on that, but it was a video report. And he was like, Ken, you got to do something crazy at the end. So I had on a tie and everything. Take the tie off, wrap it around your head. And he had a little plastic toy gun. And he was like, I was like, at the end of I was like in the news. And then at the end, I was like, like Rambo. And then he had these things, these graphics that makes the television screen look like I shot it up, man. And it was so cool. They still use it at Full Sail today as a teaching piece. They asked me if they could use it, and they still use it. I'm in touch with one of my teachers who still uses it to this day. So that creativity, when I saw how creative he was, just in that aspect, I was like, whoa, we could do some cool stuff. And then Full Sail really bred it out. It breeds my creativity. Being around there, their slogan is if you have a dream, if you're serious about your dream, um, we'll take you serious. Something like that. I can't remember the full slogan, but just the creative process and seeing all the things that I could do. My whole mind was opened up to just even computer animation, and it's just so much out there. That's so much cool stuff. And I'm a geek at heart. I really am. That's why I like all this technical stuff, all of these gadgets and things. But it's soothing. And then when I see I can be a part of somebody else's vision and help them, like my sister, you know, it brings me joy as well, especially when I see her smiling. Smile for me, smile for me.
But see, we're talking about you, but even when talking about talking about the stuff that you do, I'm a talker, and everything I hear a lesson in
We are one.
it. And, there are lessons in it, and when I hear you speak about sitting in classroom with students the age of your son,
Hmm.
my nephew, little Kenny, a lot of people feel that they're too old to start over. They're too old to follow their dream. We're never too old.
Never. As long as you got life.
As long as you got life, we should always be learning, taking on new ventures. And because you are older than me,
Oh boy. Where's my hold on, hold on. You know what that means.
I am so proud to have you as my older brother. And I am so proud to hear you telling people it doesn't matter if they're 60,
It doesn't.
they can start over. I started writing my first book at the age of 50.
Yeah.
Kenny was already 57.
Oh my good. More like 37. Y'all see how she do me? Y'all see how she do?
Man, you look good to be 60. Don't deny that.
Thank you. I received that.
You carry that
I
well.
received that. I received that. Cause 60 is you know, by the
You
time I'm
know,
60, I'll be running the world, man.
yeah. See, I got 3 more years, but we good. Anywho, I hope y'all listen to that because there's
Oh
a
my
question,
god.
there's a trivia coming in for that. I hope y'all listening. I'm giving y'all some clues, okay? Anywho, but okay, Kenny, all jokes
Oh
aside, but it's just so funny that in our young years, we had different visions and different dreams. And now that we have become older, so many of our vision and dreams have collided together where it's so much alike in
yeah.
so many different aspects. So, before we go into all this other stuff, because you do a lot, this book, there are some poems in here that will make you laugh. There is some in here that'll make you cry. And there is some of them in here that will literally make you depressed.
Yeah.
But they all have meaning to them. And Kenny, the way you divided it though,
Yeah.
because you got it divided into sections where you talk about the God.
The good.
Then you go into what's the next section? I
The
should have
good.
marked it.
The good, the
Say
bad,
again?
and the good, the bad, and the lovely.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that's why I said to make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you depressed, and then you start reading it all over again and say how beautifully written it
the
is.
the thing about that I've learned about life is you can't live in a half a universe, like you can't live in a half a whole. There's no such thing. So once you can transcend the good and the bad, you get to that place of the lovely, and you use it all for what it was to become this super being that you were created to be. It's a spiritual journey for us, and our body is our vessel just to create and manifest things for us to do. It's my belief, not shedding on that, but you have good in your life, you have bad. You can't get caught up in what they are. You can transcend them though, and really tap into your superpower, super saiyan power. you know
And there's one that has some real power. You want to share that one? It's called The Rose with No Throne, with no
no thorns.
thorns.
Okay.
Thorns.
Y'all
I'm
ladies.
country, so let him say it.
You can read it if you want, Renee.
No, I
You
want you
want
to
me to?
grace our audience.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna just go ahead with this. This is a rose with no thorn. It's a lot of women that my sisters and mom, things like that, that it all brought it together and home for me. So here goes. In the garden, the bouquet of life, there bloomed a rose whose beauty caught my eye. Incomparable indeed was this rose's design, for unlike the others, she was not the prickling kind. Though I know it's said every rose has its thorn, but here blooms the exception of the spirit she is born. One of a kind, yes, the rarest in form, for she is a rose with no thorns. Oh, what a fragrance, so lovely and so fair! Her scent of sincerity sweeps through the air. A pristine beauty from the realms up above, for she's the flower, primeval of love. And as I bask in her blossoms of compassion, I find that I've been fashioned by a love that's everlasting. And in my heart, she'll always be adorned, for she is a rose with no thorns. And though weeds, thorns, and thistles have tried to choke her, the rain has wet her, and the sun has even scorched her. But she'll not wither, neither will she wilt, for she's rooted in a love that God has tilled. Amidst great turmoil, never to be foiled, arrayed in glory that could never ever toil. One of a kind, yes, the rarest in form, for she is a rose with no thorn.
Y'all get that? Oh, some something. Because you have some poems in here that's very deep that has touched on many aspects of my life and a whole lot of other people's life. And not saying that you wrote it about me, but I'm just saying in life general.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody reading these poems, they're going to find something in here that many things in here that they could relate to, because us as humans, we may look different, we may speak different, we may even be shaped different. But when it comes down to life itself, all of us has experienced some of the same things, maybe not in the same exact context,
Mm-hmm.
but we've experienced things. And this poem, my brother, I'm gonna have my husband read it to me this weekend. Y'all better tell y'all husband and y'all boyfriend get the book for y'all so he can read it to you guys. That's deep,
oh,
okay?
thank you.
It's a beautiful poem. I
It's a
love it,
song
Kenny, but
now.
that was my favorite, huh?
It's a song now. I've turned it into a song.
When that happened,
That it's been a while. It's some years,
you ain't tell me.
but it's a song now. I'm just looking for the right voice to breathe the life that I hear in it. To yeah. I put music to most of that stuff already, so that's some older stuff.
Okay, somebody calling
We
you. They
do have
want
a
you to read
call.
that poem to them.
oh boy. Caller on the line. What's your name?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Sanders
Oh,
Tisdale.
Big Tis.
Ah, hey sis, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, my brother?
We're doing good, doing good. Hey,
Thank you
I
for
was
calling.
peeping I was peeping the show out, watching these two beautiful people up there, especially sis. One thing I gotta say about your guest you got on tonight. The guy's got he's not just phenomenally with the way he does things. I mean, this guy is it's a blessing to behold because, like I said, the books he's read, the books he's put out, the knowledge coming from this guy, the show that he's running. I just heard his poem just a minute ago, "A Rose with No Thorn," and I always think to myself, he's my boy. I don't want to steal that on the side and say that to my wife, but I just heard it again, man, and I got
You
to tell you,
better.
man, I loved it. I love that
Oh
poem.
man.
A rose with no thorn, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's a special,
That says
special,
a
special
lot. And
place.
Sanders, I give you permission. Steal it and I'll have my husband read it to me. He gonna read it again too.
Oh
Right?
That's
boy.
deep.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
yeah, I mean, because it's got so many meanings, and what you're saying, you're showing that the toughness and what's made up of a woman or what's made up of an individual, and on the other side, it can show they got with that roughness that's there. It's got they could be hard with the other exterior as well with the thorn. I mean, man, I love it, brother. I love it. I love it. I love it, especially what you guys are doing tonight. Grandma Polly, much respect to you. I love the content that you guys are putting out, especially the content you put out tonight. I just wanted to put that out there quick, you guys. I was out here celebrating my son's birthday with him, but I wanted to drop in to tell you guys, phenomenal work, phenomenal show. Kenzo, God bless you, bro. I
Thank
love
you,
your book,
bro.
bro. Get it
Hey,
out.
tell my nephew happy
Happy
birthday, man.
birthday.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good
Thanks for
one.
calling. But yeah, Kenny, serious. Your poetry is just, and not because you my brother. No, they read these poems really have true meaning to them, and I appreciate that from you. Chico, not Chico, Kenny. Reese said, "Tell you to sing it."
Oh, she want me to sing. I'll let you listen to the song. I'll let you guys listen to the song another day. But it is it's a heartfelt thing. When I'm inspired by when I see um women especially overcome things. I'm inspired by men too, but when women have I, for women, when you think about their journey in history, it's like a travesty to someone. They've been eliminated out of so many things, and just counterproductive, and people have been holding them down, suffrage, and all the things that women have been through. But there was a time when women ruled the world. There was matriarchal societies out there, and there's some still out there somewhere. But I think telling that story, seeing what they go through, and still they're able to be beautiful. So that's what that Rose with No Thorn really encapsulate. Another special woman too, call her Mama Rose. She was one of the inspirations and sources behind that too. It's just seeing women come through on top and do what they do. Like my wife, now she doesn't. I mean, she reads, but she doesn't read at all. So when I first
Mhm.
met her, uh, she saw my poetry and she didn't think I wrote it. So I gave her a book, and she's like, "See this stuff right here. Now I could read, but that other stuff people be saying, I don't even understand what they say." So it's really they're really songs if you think about it. How I wrote them, they're
Mhm.
they're really songs, and they have a melody to them. So it's pretty cool stuff. So thank you for allowing me to recite it. Appreciate it. And you see, I'm wearing my heart prints tonight
I see. I
on
see.
this
I See, and you know, you point that out. Let's talk about that heart for a minute because even in the creativity, but for real, we see the heart,
Oh yeah,
and that's what people see. But what is that for real, Kenny?
that's my thumbprint. I was at home. I was like heart print, and just thinking because what we do, all of us, not everybody's included, and that's the beauty about love. Every love is all inclusive. What we do is leave indelible impressions upon people, whether they're negative, positive. That's for the person to decide for themselves. But those prints are left. They are left, and when they're filled with love and joy and peace, that's something beautiful. And I was doing something with thumbprints one day, so I did my thumbprint and I actually cut it, folded the paper, and cut it into the shape of a heart. It was like, oh, I like this, and
Ain't that so cool?
copyright
Creativity there, my brother.
heart print, and people are trying to use it. It's all over the internet now. I've had a lawyer send out cease and desist papers. People are using it in their music. This other guy wrote a song called Heart Prints, which he heard my song called Heart Prints, and then he wrote a song called Heart Prints, and he took my logo. I was on SoundCloud. I was like, wow, okay. And I had a lawyer reach out to him about cease and desist of using that property because it's copywritten and trademarked. So it is what it is. But it just goes to show how it touches people on a whole
Right.
nother level. You know, it really is something um like you say, Renee, I'm just a vessel that it came through. I believe people we there's a higher being. People call it I'm not getting involved in that. We all agree that there's something much more powerful than us out there.
Hmm.
They call it energy, whatever you want to call it. But when you line up yourself up with that frequency and allow stuff to move through you, I mean, the creativity is endless. And at first, when the dude did it, I was a little taken back, but I was like, wow, it's really touching people. So it didn't bother me much after that, you know. And I seen it in some other places. I was just like, I think some nonprofit they actually put two hands, two arms holding each other, walking or something on top of it, and I was just like, wow. So it's really something to see people really drawn to it, and that's the energy, not from me. It's just the vessel that it came through, like you say, you know.
Yeah, you know, and I strongly agree with that because I constantly say we all came to this earth with at least one. Some of us have many,
Hmm.
but everybody came here with at least one talent. And when we tap into this, or when we allow God to direct us in that purpose,
Hmm.
then it flourishes.
Yeah. And
You
what you
know, it
say,
comes it
I
comes to light, huh?
I love what you say. It's nothing we have to learn. It's just remembering that it's in us already. It's like a
Hmm.
little acorn that grows up to be an oak tree. All the elements are right, but if it doesn't get planted and nurtured right, it probably won't blossom. But
Hmm.
when people are aware of that, they can start the inner bloom in themselves and start the inner unfolding for themselves. And that's what I'm about right there. Because everybody has a story. Everybody has a seed that is ready to be. Everybody has a song, however you want to put it. Those are all semantics and poetic. You can use it any way you like, but
Hmm.
everyone has that in them. And if it if they're aware of it and aware of that consciousness and tap into that, it's limitless for them, man. It's limitless. One of
And
my
I think sometimes we ignore it.
yeah,
Um,
yep,
like I said, at 50 years old, you know, I've always written little things for myself. But at 50 is when I really tapped into what was there. I've tried many things in life and was good at some of them, but it just wasn't where I was supposed to be. Put it like that.
gotcha, gotcha.
You
Uh,
know, so let's stop here for a second.
I want to share one thing, Renee.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. My mission statement and my vision, I have them. I read them every day. My mission
Okay.
statements and vision. So my mission statement is to lovingly remind others as well as myself to remember how truly amazing they are, so that their wondrous and beautiful natures are awakened to the limitless possibilities of their endless potential. That's my mission. My vision is to transform the world into a place where everyone is given the opportunity by allowing them to grow at their pace to be the grandest version of themselves. And that's
See that
unconditional
right
love.
there? We need some hands, some whatever for that. It's
I,
everything that you just said there is what I see as love.
mm-hmm,
We use the word love so freely when we really don't know the true meaning of it.
mm-hmm,
And I see a world, and I know I can't change the world, but I envision a world of people being kind to each other, people caring about each other, people loving each other, and people giving each other a hand up because we all fall sometimes.
mm-hmm.
That's the world that I envision. That's what I promote through my book series.
Yeah.
Because if we could just get just that little spark of love going, and then it becomes infectious, like coronavirus.
Like or like a fire, a forest fire.
Yeah,
you know?
you get that love flowing. We're just going from one to the other to the other to the. Could you imagine what kind of world this would be? A world of
Transform.
peace,
Yeah.
a love of happiness, a world of joy.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't save the world. But if I could just touch one person and make a difference, my living is not in vain.
Right.
So now, y'all, cause Ken, we got to give away something.
Oh, we want to give away a book?
Yeah, you gonna give away a book, and I'm gonna give away a cup.
Okay. All right.
So, do you have a trivia question, or do I need to come up with one?
You need to come up with one.
And Reese, do not answer.
Ah. Oh,
Do
Reese.
not mess with these folks tonight.
Reese's Reese.
How
Love,
old?
love. Hold on a second. Let me shout out to Reese.
Oh,
Loves a little bit eerie. Loves a little bit eerie, Reese. Oh, I had her singing that when she was a little girl, doing the backgrounds for me.
yeah.
She still remembers that to this day. I was like, wow, that was a moment.
Okay. I gave y'all some clues in my conversation. I was 50 when I started writing my
Oh,
first book.
yeah.
And I also said I was 3 years away from 60. The first person to type in the answer of how old I am right now will get one of my cups. Go ahead, get started.
Okay, the first person with 3 digits win.
Okay, Methuselah. Jackie Singleton.
She guessed it.
Jackie, you win the cup. Carol. Now, me and you and Jackie graduated together. Weren't we in math class?
Oh boy.
Kathy, not Kathy, Carol. Wasn't we in Mr. Land's class together? I'm going to tell him you missed that one. Carol said 56.
Oh,
Carol, if I was 50 when I started, and I'm 3 years away from 60, Carol, come on. You know I'm going to mess with you. I'm going to call Mr. Lance and tell him you was skipping class. Come on, Kenny York. Come on. Now we're doing your book, right?
okay. Um, What do you want to do y'all want the book? I can't. Let me see in the comments. Who wants the book?
Oh, Carol said we old.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm like wine and cheese.
Carol said yes.
She wants the book?
Carol said yes.
Yes.
Louisa said yes. Okay. Y'all gotta go to the first one who answered.
All right. I got to think of something trivia for me that I said in the show.
Yeah.
Oh man, why you do that to me? What did I
I
say?
can do it for you if you want me
Yeah,
to.
you go ahead, cause I'm a little you just threw that on me.
No, I didn't. And you gotta spell it right too. So I hope y'all been in spelling class, in English class. What
I
was the title of the poem that Kenny shared?
oh
Oh, thank you, Jackie. Jackie said, I already purchased the book that arrived today.
really? Thank you, Jackie. Thank
That's
you.
sweet.
I do hope
And
you'll
Jackie
enjoy it.
wanted to come. And so now you giving them an option for this book. The question is, what? Oh,
No.
shoot. It just popped out of the stand. Y'all hold on.
She's having a little technical difficulty over there, but we'll bring her right back after these messages.
It
Nah,
popped
nah.
out. Hold on. All right, Lord.
Oh my god.
What's going on?
Are you back?
Go ahead, Kitty. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, I see you're having problems. Jackie, I definitely thank you so much for your support and patronage. That really appreciate that. And more than that, I really do hope you enjoy it and that you feel
Oh, devil.
you really feel the different emotions in it. I guess it's like I told Renee earlier. You can't live in a half a universe, or you can't even have a half a whole. Once it's there, it's there. So when you have it all encompassed, it all brings it together to make you that much more of a super being. You know, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So, yeah, Renee's killing me with this noise. Oh,
Okay, I'm ready. Everybody too
okay. You
high?
ready? You ready?
Yeah, I hope it don't pop
Okay.
out again. Um, I see. Who? Carol said Rose with no throne. Lou Esther said Rose with throne.
They're missing a
Let me see
word.
how you got it in the book. Y'all
Miss.
close, but y'all ain't close enough. Keep kidding. I'm
Oh
gonna just
man.
hold it in my hand
Okay.
because they keep popping out. Okay, there we go. Now my face fat.
Got it in there.
Wait a minute, hold on. I don't know what's going on with it today. Okay, I'm gonna hold it right there. We don't have much longer. Y'all come on now. Y'all missing one word.
No. They're missing one word.
Yeah,
I gotta see.
look at it.
Carol Simmons has it. Nope, no, she doesn't.
No, she don't.
Nope.
That's not the way it's written in the book.
uh,
Oh, Carol got it now. Yeah, a rose with no throne.
where? Nope, she didn't get it.
Carol got it down here.
You see what that says? Read that.
Oh no, she don't. I just gave y'all the answer. Now somebody need to type it. I just gave y'all the answer. Carol said Rose has thrones. Yes, they do. Carol said stop.
Tell Carol, hey Carol, put your first one and that one together, and you'll have it.
I gave the answer. Lou has to say a rose. A rose with no throne. Y'all missing something. I gave the answer. Carol, I
Carol,
love you, girl, but I'm
Carol,
calling Mr. Lance to
she's on the
tell him you
close.
missed math class. Huh?
Her and Lou Esther Sims are close. They're really close.
They are. I gave them the answer. They still don't have it. Kenny, they still don't have it.
Nope.
Yeah. Who want to tell them the answer?
We'll just
Jackie Singleton, since you bought the book, will you please tell them the answer? Reese laughing.
Oh. I just wanted to put that out there.
A rose with no throne.
There she goes.
I said it.
That's it.
Yes.
Renee, you crazy. Oh boy.
They funny. How y'all gonna take a letter off of the title? I didn't think that would have been that hard. Carol, I'm gonna tell you was skipping class. Cousin Lou, I understand. You up there with me, baby. You know I miss it sometimes too. I take a letter out of something and be unsaid, all right.
Renee, you crazy. Oh boy.
But that's how it goes. Carol, I'm gonna send you a book, and Cousin Lou, I'm gonna send you a book. Kenny, I'm gonna have to order it from your site because you don't have any on hand, do you?
No, I don't. They're coming, but I don't have them yet. You know.
I love y'all.
What they saying?
Y'all funny. I
What?
love y'all for participating, but Carol, I ain't gonna fuss at Cousin Lou because Cousin Lou my age. You talk about you ain't gonna be 57 till August. They're talking about we old. But Carol, I will be 58 in November. Just so you know.
It's like cheese
Now,
and wine. Cheese and wine.
yes, it is cheese and wine. But anywho, we thank y'all for joining.
Yeah, that
And
went
it
by
was
pretty
fun.
fast. Yeah, it went by fast tonight.
It went by fast. Kenny, we got to come up with one more thing. Reese, throw something out there in the comment box that you know about me and Kenny. Ask a question to see if they can come up with it.
Yeah, you real old. Yeah. Everybody know that, right?
I'm going to call Mr. Lance and tell him you was skipping math class. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't did the math. You just thought because we graduated, we were the exact same age. See how people fool you?
So
See how the
Renee,
devil fool you that time?
I'm just saying, you're so wise because you've been kicking it with Methuselah.
Oh, see? Y'all see what he did?
Oh Lord.
That's why you can't let yellow people out the house often because they don't know how to act.
Whatever.
Oh,
Black
you had
guy.
Miss Parker Carroll. No, see how he called me Methuselah?
No, I said you was kicking it with him.
Okay, guess see, I was out in the field picking cotton. You was in the house with Master. That's why
No,
you yelling.
nope.
See how he do me? But
I
that's all
love
right.
you. I love you, girl. I love
Uh-huh.
you. But you know you don't look a day over 25. Your silky skin. You already know.
How?
Oh man, not Deborah, not yellow pig. Oh man, I ain't
Yeah,
yellow.
he yellow.
I know
He
I'm
ain't
not.
yellow. He
I
yellow.
know. Me and you, we about the same complexion. Look at us on here. We about the same complexion. Put your face up
The,
to.
the devil is a lie. That's that ring light got me all right.
Oh Lord. Oh
Who
no,
got in trouble the
Renee,
most growing up? Who
Renee,
Kenny Love?
Renee, you
Who
got it.
got in trouble the most growing up? And who became the writer first? Cousin Lou, that's a two-part
She got half.
question.
She got half of it right.
Now she got half right. Now who got in trouble the most? I want to know so I can tell it. Carol, you can't win no more prize. Deborah, you got part of the answer, but what's the other part? Who got in trouble the most?
Is that the way she
See,
answering, or
Jackie, you can't win no more prize tonight neither.
she got it flipped? She got her answers flipped,
Kenny,
I think.
who got it flip?
Jackie, she got me on the first part. You on the second part. You got
You
in the
wrote
most
your book
trouble.
before me.
What?
Oh, they ain't finished answering. What they say?
She just LOL no. Hey Deborah, that's right. I didn't get in the
What
most trouble.
Deborah said?
That's the second part of the answer. Deb answered the second
Wait a
part.
minute, Deborah. I gotta see, because Kenny tried to confuse me. Deborah, put your answer in the same line of who and what, so I can see what it is. See if you telling the truth, or if I have to say a prayer over you tonight.
All I gotta say is one word: Ramrod.
You can't be telling the secret.
I know, right?
So, Deborah, you said,
You
where
got in
that? All
trouble
I
all the
see is you
time.
gave an explanation. So, Kenny wrote his book first, you're saying?
I got in trouble
Oh,
the
Deborah,
most.
so you got in trouble the most.
What? In my senior year of high school, first time I got in trouble.
Ain't none y'all went. Because y'all ain't giving no right answer. Kenny was the first writer. And
Renee got in
see,
trouble the most.
wait a minute, Kenny, wait a minute. I fix those things because I always say, in order for a person to fix their issues,
Oh,
they have to realize there was a problem.
okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I was a hellion.
What?
A hellion.
Hell, okay. I don't know what that is, but okay.
We'll discuss that later.
No, I
I
wouldn't
was
say
a
that. I
hellion.
say Renee really just she always knew what she wanted, and she wasn't gonna just take anything from anybody, And I respect and admire that deeply. I wish I was more like that in a lot of ways. So
You say that,
I do
but
not whisper every day. Oh my goodness.
let me bring it. Let me bring it home a little bit, because this will be a conversation. This will be a great conversation for our next season. But I will say this on a serious note now. Yes, I was a troubled child, because as a child, and I look at our children today and I see a lot of it. Back then, during our time,
Reese.
we were not allowed to express
Nope.
our feelings, our opinions, and our hurts. And we grew up in an environment to where what happens in this house stay in this house. So you suffer through your pain. And I was one of those kids who, I think it came out in a way where it was internalized, but because the hurt was so deep, then you got in that fighting mode to where we call it survival.
Mhm.
It's like nobody's gonna hurt me again.
Yep.
You know, this pain here, this pain there, this, that, or whatever. So then it starts spilling out. And that's what we see with a lot of our children today, even though they're allowed to express themselves more. But some of the things that they're dealing with in their homes and in their families, the pain is deep.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I was a hellion. I was one to one. Well, I can't curse because I work with little children, but they gonna whip my behind anyway. So I may as well go ahead and do what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
and deal with the consequences later.
Girl, you crazy.
But those things made me who I am today because back then we had consequences. Today these children are doing what they want to do, but there is no consequences that comes behind it. That made the difference.
Yeah.
If I didn't have the consequence,
Then you'd be a
it could
hellion.
have led into self-destruction.
Yeah.
But with the consequences, it just made me who I am today. I'm a lovable person.
Yeah, you are. And I love you, sis.
Beautiful,
I love you.
lovely,
Hey,
and happy.
Reese said the question is, who knows how to make a peach cobbler from scratch?
Both of us.
Yeah.
That's a no boner. You know?
Yeah. You be
But
putting it down though. You taught me some things,
uh,
girl. You taught me some things in the kitchen.
I think they like your peach cobbler better than mine though. I think they said your topping be a little bit thicker.
Really?
That's what they told me.
No, they didn't.
Ask Reese. Reese be like, I want some Uncle Kenny peach cobbler. Now they'll eat my pound cake and all that stuff, but they want Uncle Kenny peach cobbler.
Wow. Girl, I
Yeah.
want some of your pound cake.
You know that piece had not come in for the oven yet.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they keep saying no back order.
Okay.
Like Walmart did this stupid stuff today, but we ain't going into that.
You're going to have to come over here and cook then.
I'll do it. I'll come to your house and bake the cake. No problem.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to
I'll
hold you
come
to
over.
that. I'm going to hold you to that.
I will. But you know what? I just thank you guys so much for joining us. I thank you guys for participating in the fundraiser that we had. And you guys keep showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate it. Y'all keep showing up and y'all keep showing out. Carol, I'm still calling Mr. Lance. But Kenny,
Yes.
before we close, because the conversation with Grandma Polly season is coming to a close.
Yeah.
Next Thursday will be the last show until August. But don't y'all be sad. Don't y'all get upset. Because y'all still gonna be able to see my brother's handsome face. I want you to tell them what you got going on, Kenny.
You do that to me, girl.
I ain't do nothing to you answer.
Okay. All right. So every Wednesday night I have a show called Songwriting Loft. We just did one yesterday where we had a Spinners high tenor Ronnie Raheem Moss on the show, and it was very well. It went very well last night, and my other show that's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. starting the week after Renee's final show. I have another poetry show coming out, and Renee will be actually the first guest on the show. It's for poets and authors alike. So she'll be the first guest, and I have a young guy too, Okoye. He's a poet too, a very great poet from what I understand, and I'm looking forward. I've read some of his stuff. He sent me some links, so I've read some of it and was like, wow, he's really tapped into that the essence of that feeling, if you know what I mean. He conveyed it very well with words, so definitely looking forward to him bringing his stuff on too, and it's gonna be a great time, guys. And then Grandma Polly will be back, and then y'all can see her
Yes,
beautiful,
yes,
smooth, silky skin.
yes. And also Tell them your site, Kenny, because people are saying remind them, but like they follow the Big Rig Kids.
Okay.
What's your page they need to follow?
The Poetographer one and Songwriting Loft one. I'll put the link on Big Rig Kids if you don't mind. I'll put the links on Big Rig
I
Kids
don't know why
and
you be asking me stuff like that. See, you're just so
because
special.
it's called professionalism. I don't just want to
No, it's called
assume.
a sister and brother thing.
Yeah, that too. There you go. There you go. I love that. So I'll post it up on the Big Rig Kids and you can. We'd love for you to like it if you like it, but it's up to you. But do we hope you do? You can watch the video from last night. It'll be on the Songwriting Loft. So
I put it on my page too.
oh yeah, yeah, yep,
I did share it to my personal page on my Renee page.
yep. And
It's there.
just thank you all. And Renee, thank you for interviewing me tonight. I appreciate the love, sis. You know it. And some of the poems in there are written about you too.
That's gonna be yellow.
Talking about the love and the beauty of you.
Yellow men write beautiful poems.
I'm just, just I'm just gonna be.
Old men write beautiful poems.
Hey, I was a kid when I was writing some of that stuff.
That's what you say. We know you've been here with Methuselah.
Me and Motu. We call him Motu back in the day. Do something. Do something.
Okay, y'all. All jokes aside, also, the Atlanta Summer Festival is coming up,
Oh yeah.
and I'm one of the featured authors there. And my brother and his wife, they will be there also with their business. Kenny, you got to put it out there. You
Yeah.
just can't be so modest and say, "Well, they'll find out."
We'll be out there for real estate, and we'll be out there for KJ Multimedia Solutions. This is the company that that does the production behind Renee's show. I love my sister. She's an amazing woman. Thank you so much, beautiful. Mwah. And I want to thank all you. I want to thank all Facebook people, followers that followed us and joined in the conversation. Carol, Luester, Deborah, Carol, Artavia. I said her twice because she said a lot of comments. Jackie.
I want the cup.
You want the cup?
Yeah, for my life everlasting tea. I want that cup.
You like that cup? Okay.
Because it's orange.
I'll have to make it a giveaway. We'll make this a giveaway one day on Songwriting Loft and the Poetographer.
I'm coming to your house and get that cup for myself.
You know Amy got one already.
Who?
Amy.
Amy who?
Our cousin, Amy.
And I'm your sister and don't have one?
She was actually she surprised me. She was down visiting, so she came over and spent a couple hours. Huh?
Y'all see how he do me?
Renee, I called you. You didn't pick up.
That's what yellow men do.
You were sleeping.
Y'all see that? That's what them yellow brothers do.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Kenny, I love you. Thank you guys for checking in. And y'all just remember to check in again next Thursday. As a matter of fact, that's Mr. Help me, Kenny.
Who we
and he put on Mr. Osceola Thomas, the financial guy.
He's gonna be on. Great.
He's the finale this year. He's the finale.
And he's a phenomenal author, man.
Yes.
He really writes books that intrigue your mind. You really have to ask yourself a lot of questions about what you were taught and what you were taught to believe. Is it really a belief or a thought that is masquerading as a belief that you think is a belief? So I'm just gonna put that out there.
See, now he talking about stuff. Kenny give me a headache when he start talking like this, y'all.
No,
I'm serious. He be nice on screen, but he
thoughts,
can,
sometimes thoughts are not beliefs or feelings. They're just thoughts that we make
Yeah,
beliefs and feelings, and they're just thoughts. They're nothing else. But a belief, uh, people can't even tell you why they believe what they believe. Oh, it was just brought up this way.
that's true.
Does it make it right or wrong? I'm not saying that at all. But if you can't really explain it to me, then you really don't you don't know the essence of your belief. But if you feel it, then you know. That's just me.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I started to shout out some more people who's behind the scene with me, but I'll say that for the finale so I can make a list and I don't miss anybody. Because in everything that we do in life, no man is an island, and you have to connect with other people to move forward and grow whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it
Yeah.
is that you're involved in.
I want to
Me
shout out
as a
to Simone Entertainment, man. They're doing a lot of awesome things.
didn't I just tell you I'm saving that for next week?
I know, but I just wanted to put that because they're doing some really awesome things, and I really like the
Yes,
way they're
yes,
moving.
yes, yes. And we are very proud to be a part of that entity.
Yeah, we'll go
So
into it more
yes,
next week.
huh?
We'll go into it more next week. But they're
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
but
know,
I
I
just want to at least
mean,
say their name. You know, they
if we're going that
Simone
far, then
Entertainment.
thank you, Miss Felicia Simone. Now
Okay.
we gonna bring them all next. We gonna talk about it all next week, Mr. Kim
All
Thompson.
right, Miss Renee. I'm gonna
See, men don't listen to his head hard.
Oh boy, we were talking about that today, her and I. I was cracking
Who?
up. Felicia and I, we were talking about that today. Miss Renee. I was
Y'all don't
like,
listen.
why you calling her Miss Renee?
Y'all don't.
You know
Y'all
why
have
she
a
call
head
her?
going
You know
like
why
this.
she call her Miss Renee? Cause she got them 3 digits. She 3 digits, y'all. Not two, three.
Men have your head going like this, trying to figure out what the devil you doing.
Oh man.
Well, look, let's let these people go,
Go,
cause they
yeah.
just look.
Yo,
They
we
still
over
they
16
still
minutes,
here.
man. Yeah.
Uh
Gotta get going.
huh.
We over 16 minutes. We gotta get going.
Yes, but
So
it was nice. It
it
was
was
really
nice.
nice, and I just appreciate you so much. And
Mhm.
at this point, I'm going to say, remember to join us next Thursday. Remember to join Kenny on Wednesday, and I'm gonna say peace out. I love you
Love you.
guys, and y'all take care. See y'all next week.
Love you.
Here come the big rig kids, roll with the big rig kids. The sapphire attracted you to such amazing places with the big rig kids. Those helpful big rig kids. See how they get and grow and get to know amazing things. We're with the big rig kids, and you see how it is to have adventure days and hang and play with all your friends. Because the big rig kids know what it is to live. The most exciting and inviting life is positive. Sapphire with the voice of wisdom.